All right, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Takeout Podcast. I am your host once again, the Professor, joined by my co-hosts Ben and Crumpet, and we have a special guest today. Crumpet and Ben, can you guys introduce him, please?
Well, I mean, I would have to say we have one of the greatest, if not the greatest, PvZ players of all time, the best objective player.
Very special guest.
Has left a massive impact on the Garden Warfare 2 community, is very well known. Christopher, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself? Give us a bit of a background?
Thank you for the introduction, Ben. I started playing Garden Warfare 1 at release. My 6-year-old son wanted me to buy him Garden Warfare 1 before he went home to Michigan. And at first, I was taken back. I'm like, no, you're going home tomorrow. It's $60. And he cried, he's like, I never see you. And I caved in like a good father. And I bought him Garden Warfare 1. And I didn't like the game. And I didn't like the game when I first played it with him. But I played it because it was my son. And then when he went to Michigan the next day, I started playing the game like every day because I missed my son. Like, the only reason I started playing Garden Warfare as an old man was, I missed my son, who was 6, who demanded me to get the game, and it reminded me of Caden, and that's why I started playing Garden Warfare.
So, you played the game to develop a bond with your son?
You know, I don't know if that's the reason. It's because he asked me for it, and then when he left, because we live far away, I just started playing it because it reminded me of him.
Ah, right, so I got you. Because when you said you didn't see him before you started playing the game, I was a bit confused on that. Okay, but you're far away from him. Okay, I understand.
Because I live in Connecticut and he lives in Michigan. We're like 900 to 1,000 miles away.
But you still play games with your son from time to time, right? Like Madden and...
Well, things have changed. That's the beginning of when he was 6. Now he's... 14? Yeah. Things have changed. Yeah, now we play all the time.
We have a few questions here for you today. I'll start off with a very simple one. So how did you come up with the name BabyLove1821? Where was that derived from?
Oh, I get that question all the time. It's usually they make pedophile jokes, like I love babies, but no, it's I love my daughter. When my daughter was a baby, I love my daughter. I love my baby.
Right.
18.
Very simple.
18. I was born July 18th. But 18 is my birthday, July 18th, and I love my daughter. I loved when she was a baby. I love BabyLove. I don't know. I made it up. It's kind of weird, I guess.
Would you ever change it?
It's rather wholesome if you think about it.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. It's like now once you get a name and you're known for it.
Yeah, that's your brand.
Yeah,
that's who you are. Everybody knows you as BabyLove1821. But how does it feel to be so well known in the PvZ community? How does that make you feel?
You're a bit of a celebrity, micro celebrity.
Yeah, for the game. When I say I'm famous, it's I'm not famous. I'm famous for a little kid's game, and there's pros and cons. You get a lot of attention, and some is good and some is bad. It's like everything. It's never always positive. It's never always negative. It's all a big bag of you get the positives and the negatives.
Maybe give us an example of some positive attention you've received and some negative attention.
How does PvZ being so well known affect your PvZ career?
Before anything else is said, I'd like to offer up the next question. So before you were a professional streamer, you used to play hockey in Germany. Why did you decide to choose Germany of all the country?
I didn't play in Germany. I started my career in Wisconsin, and I traveled the USA. I was close to Germany. France and Belgium both border Germany, but I never played in Germany.
I have another small thing to add on that. Obviously you would have had to go to both of those countries to play. How are the experiences in both countries? Because that's kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, Europe is way more. They think America as a baby, as very the legal girls in Belgium, the age is 14. And so, like, a 99-year-old man could be dating a 14-year-old that's completely legal in Belgium. And then the whole world and the whole country, continent of Europe, 16 is the oldest age. But then America is 18. So every country is 14, 15, 16 years old is the age of consent, except for the USA is 18. So they think we're like primitive and that we think of sex in such a different manner as the rest of the world. Is like once you go through puberty, it's like God has you ready for sex. Like, I don't understand. 18 seems really high if Japan is 16 and Singapore is 16 and every country in the world 16 is the oldest.
Sorry to interrupt. You think 18's a little bit too high for the age of consent?
The whole world thinks 16 is the oldest age anywhere, and 14 to 16 is the age in every country in the world. So traveling got me to see that. It was weird being an American, having a 27-year-old teammate dating a 14-year-old was weird as fuck. Like when I first got exposed to it, but now that like 20 years later, I'm thinking about it, or 15 years later, it's like it makes kind of sense. Like, if the girl had puberty at 12, and why are you holding her back? Like, and if she's in love with somebody, age is just a number.
Okay, so I mean, you and Professor kind of share some of the same views then.
Ben, your unfunny joke is never any more funny.
So, what I kind of find interesting here is that from traveling the world, the one thing you took away is the age of consent.
That's
I'm going to be honest. So, BabyLove, I guess my next question for you is...
That's not the only thing, but that's funny comment, Jack.
But
funny.
I mean, would you yourself be comfortable with dating a 14-year-old girl?
No, because we're ingrained as Americans. Like, it's just
but you just said it's not weird. You said now looking back, like you had a buddy who did it.
Thinking
do you
about
think
it,
your buddy's a weirdo?
I did at the time. It wasn't a buddy. Listen, my team in Belgium had 2 imports. Me and a kid from a Chinese kid from Asia. So
what the fuck? He's fucking a little Chinese.
Let's settle, please.
Listen.
You have a friend. Real quick. You have a teammate.
Clark, settle.
Let me clarify. So you had 22 players on the hockey team. 20 had to be from Belgium on that team. Only 2 of the 22 could be from outside of Belgium. I was one of the 2 imports. The 20 kids, so one of my teammates was 27, and I thought it was weird that he was dating the figure skater that was practicing before us that was like maybe 15 at the oldest. But like, now looking back at it, my brain's saying, okay, that kind of makes more sense. But like, it's still ingrained inside of pretty much every American. 18 is the number.
So you're saying your brain doesn't make sense? Does it make sense or not? I'm kind of lost here.
It makes sense in my brain, but I don't know. Like, my body's like ingrained. Like, I don't know. It makes sense thinking about it, but it's still like I'm still an American, so it's like we're stuck on this 18 thing.
If Ben, you're 21, correct?
Yeah.
If Ben's having active sex with a 14-year-old girl, but she's from Germany, would you think any less of them?
And here's the other weird thing. I think if that girl was with Ben in Pennsylvania, Ben would get arrested. But if Ben was doing it with that girl in Belgium, it would be fine.
If Ben was doing it in Pennsylvania, would you report him to the police?
Of course I would never report him to the police. But I'm just saying how fucked up the laws are. It's okay for that girl. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
So you are actively hiding a pedophile from the fucking police. Holy shit.
If it's legal in Belgium, and let's say that girl's parents if that girl's parents are fine with it, and it's legal in her country, I don't see it like that way.
Okay, so
moving on.
So I actually had something to say before we move on to the next question. I'd like to let you know that legal age of consent is dependent on state in the U.S. In my state, it's fucking 16.
No. I'm in Connecticut. It says 16, but that's only if you're within so many years. It's a gray area.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not, but okay.
No, the legalese is very it's very confusing. There's a lot of loopholes.
Yeah. So I'm in Connecticut. The legal age descent is 16. But if you're over 20 and you're with a 16-year-old, you get the Josh Giddey treatment. So.
Yeah, because that's weird.
If you're 20, then
yeah, that's weird. That is weird. That's very weird. But anyway, moving on to our next question. What interested you in starting to stream PvZ, Mr. BabyLove?
Ninja. Me getting into Fortnite. It's easy to get popular on that game compared. It's still hard, but relative to a game that has a huge player base like
it's
Fortnite.
An easier market to crack, right? Because there's not as many content creators in the Plants vs. Zombies space than there is in Fortnite. What do you think of the Plants vs. Zombies content creators like Zach Scott, Zero X Fusions, Bob Ox, Wolfie Plays? What do you think of those people?
I don't know. I agree with everything but Bob Ox. When I think of like a big PvZ creator, I don't think of like 10,000. I don't think of Bob Ox.
So but, you don't? Why not? I mean, he's got a few viral PvZ videos. He's contributed to the community with glitches. He's he's friends. Well, I say friends.
Compare him to Zero X Fusion, Wolfie Plays, Zach Scott, who every video was viral, not a few. And to me, he's not.
I wouldn't
same
call
level.
Zero X Fusions and Wolfie Plays viral. They're kind of in the gutter at the moment.
Okay.
At the moment, when this game came out and when they were getting 100,000 views every video, Bob Box was not even close to that.
Getting back to BabyLove1821, Christopher, what do you think made you so popular in the PvZ community? How do you think you gained a lot of attention?
I don't have a filter. I speak my mind. I'm not. All these creators you're talking about, they're all politically correct, family friendly. They're that's not who they really are as people.
Sorry to interrupt. So you think Wolfie Plays isn't who he proclaims to be?
I don't think any of them. They're playing for the camera.
Sure.
They're playing a kid's.
I agree.
They're playing a kid's game. They're intelligent. Like they understand that they're being filmed, and they have an audience that is from I don't even know how young. Who watches a PvZ video on YouTube? My daughter was watching YouTube videos at probably 4 years old without my help. So it's like they're playing to the audience, and that's not who they are when the camera goes off. And
I kind of agree. I think Wolfie Plays in particular. Obviously, his fan base likes seeing the rage, so he pretends to rage to pander to his audience.
He does fake his rage, yes.
Absolutely,
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Now you get it.
All right, moving on to the next question, Professor.
All right, thank you, Ben. So our next question is, what do you think of the community and your status within said community, as in the PvZ community?
I think the community is dying and very toxic. The community is not what it once was, and it's all because of the BFN. We all wanted Garden Warfare 3, and we got BFN, and the game is slowly, and then they stopped updating Garden Warfare 2, which makes sense. The game's 8 years old now.
Real quick, I just want to circle back to your status in the community, and you say you're popular, you're infamous because you speak your mind. Would you say that's ever hurt you?
That's what started. Yeah, absolutely. But of course that hurt me as well because
there's a bunch of clips. I mean, there's a certain clip where you're playing Fortnite and someone is camping in the storm. Do you regret that clip at all, or are you perfectly fine with it?
See, I don't really regret anything. I'm not.
If you could just quickly tell the story of that, because I don't want to butcher.
I'm not a politically correct metrosexual, but that wasn't like me being me on a normal day.
Yeah, but could you quickly just explain to the people who don't know what happened in your own words?
Okay. Well, yeah, I forget who I was playing with and
Citronium.
whatnot. I was, and I remember having a big cup right there. And I'm pretty sure, what the fuck, it was definitely vodka, and I was really drunk. I forget what I mixed. I'm trying to think of what I was mixing. It might have been orange soda.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's not Coca-Cola.
And
I was so wasted, and I was still playing okay, even though like I was so drunk. And I rarely ever drink.
Well, Christopher. I mean, in the clip, like after people talked to you about it and confronted you, you're like, well, that's okay to say on Twitch, right? I mean, you did say you were an unfiltered guy, but that is okay to say on Twitch.
Let him finish the
correct?
story. So you've had a big cup of vodka, and you're playing Fortnite with Citronium. What happens next?
I don't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure didn't I get shot from behind or something from
You're
the
running
storm?
out of the storm. Yep.
And the kid was shooting me from the storm.
Right.
And I got mad and I was drunk and I said the clip.
Yep.
And what did you say on the clip?
I these storm camping little fucking niggers.
I mean, I don't think we really need to
You really want me to say it?
Yeah,
did you
no, I
say?
don't
I
think we
forget.
really.
All right. Our next question is, where did you learn to drive, as you've been very vocal about your interest in cars?
What? Are we talking about the bakery?
No. We just like how
Hey,
did
very
you?
vocal about cars.
How? Give me an example of me being vocal about cars.
In the most recent video you did with Benyu and I, you were talking about cars.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought you were.
That clip was from years ago. What did I say in the video?
You were pretty into cars, right?
No, my dad is, and my brother, my younger brother and my dad are big into cars.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to. When 18 years old, I had so many choices. My mom wanted me to use my intelligence to be a doctor or a lawyer. My dad wanted me to take over his business, which is he fixes cars. I'm trying to explain. I hate cars. My mom and I hate cars. Like we see.
You hate cars.
How badly do you cars, Christopher?
So you hate them so bad. Oh my god, holy shit.
I'm glad your kids are having fun. So yeah, no. When I was playing professional hockey, I was training on a bicycle, going to the gym and the sauna, ice, and I was living at the ice rink. I was never even driving a car. And a lot of the teams in the cities, and the team provided transportation to the games, and I didn't really drive in my during my hockey career.
Well, so what age did you learn to drive? So if you weren't driving when you were younger, did you learn?
I did. 16.
Okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
My driving is fine. Come on, I was drunk.
No.
You're talking about
No, we're not even.
What, did you get a fucking DUI? Fucking, oh my god.
Okay.
Oh.
No, I mean, I think we don't need to bring that up, Christopher. I don't think that's.
Drinking was the problem, not driving.
So would you say you have a drinking problem?
No, I'm saying if I was driving sober, I wouldn't have crashed the car.
Okay, I want to move on, please.
Yeah, let's move on.
Before you were famous, 12 years ago today, you opened up a baked good establishment on Wilstrom Street.
That's not the problem.
Okay.
It's Williamson, and they call it Willie Street. You're wrong. It's Williamson. I knew this was all going to the bakery. I said it from the first question of cars.
Okay, could you tell us that story in full? Because here's the thing, a lot of people make exposed videos on you and get the facts completely fucking wrong. So we want to give you a platform
now.
I've never seen an exposed video about me that knew anything about my life. They write what they read on the internet, and they think they know me.
Exactly. So we're giving you a platform to explain what actually happened. Let's get the facts right.
I didn't sign up for this. I thought we were talking about Garden Warfare 2.
Well,
this
no,
is an
this
interview
is
of like you
this
in
is
general.
the complete. Yeah, this is the complete BabyLove interview. This is everything that has to do with the Garden Warfare 2 community, you as a person, and the drama. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I don't know. The thing is, that was 2012, June 7th, 2012.
I thought it was the 29th.
That was June 7th, 2012.
On the article it says 29. Okay, maybe the article's wrong.
Yeah, I was out drinking with friends June 6th, 2012, and I was coming home, and it was after midnight, and it turned to June 7th, 2012. This was in Madison, Wisconsin, in Central Time, and I don't care what the article says. That's where everyone thinks they know me. I know what time that I should have died. Like, I'm so lucky. I must have had a guardian angel or something looking out for me. Like, people don't crash into a brick building going over 100 miles an hour. Like, I don't think it's so funny. Like,
Hang on, Professor, what's so funny?
I'm sorry,
Professor,
no, I'm so
You
sorry.
talk about how you almost lost his fucking life and you're laughing.
I'm sorry, BabyLove. I think
Sorry,
Professor
man.
just found his penis.
okay.
Yeah.
While you're terrible at making jokes, Ben. Oh my god.
So
It
you were
wasn't a
going at
joke.
100 miles per hour, and you survived a direct hit into a brick wall. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
That
crazy.
doesn't happen. Yeah.
Were you hurt
exactly.
at all, or?
Okay, so the last thing I remember is the Williamson, not whatever name you said, Williamson Street. It turns. It's a 25-mile-an-hour street, and it has a left-hand turn.
And you were going
And
100. Why were you going 100?
Over. So
100 over 125.
I can't even.
Sorry.
Tell my train of thought.
Sorry.
So I remember turning the wheel left, and my car, couldn't handle the big turn going that fast, and it spun right, and I was spinning, and that's the last thing I remember. I woke up the next day in the University of Wisconsin hospital, and honestly, most people should. I don't even know what to say. Like I said, somebody had kept me alive. I should be dead. Like, there's no reason for me to be alive. And I don't remember much. I remember spinning and waking up the next day. And when the doctor told me when he came in, I had an abrasion to my cornea. I broke my collarbone, or clavicle. I learned They say, you broke your clavicle. I'm like, what's that? They're like, collarbone. I'm like, oh, why don't you just say that? And so I broke my collarbone. I had abrasion to my clavicle, and I had glass coming out of my body for like a month. Like, I remember when I was released to go home, like, I called my doctor in a panic. I remember, holy shit, I have glass coming out of my arm. Oh my god. Like, they didn't tell me I was gonna have glass. The glass from the car was embedded in my body. And like, your body rejects toxins. The doctor was explaining how I'm going to be having little pieces of glass coming out of my body. For like
Fuck. That's absurd.
Jesus.
So, real quick, on the article, it says you were evading the police, and that explains why you were going that fast. I mean, you said you hit a corner and you span into the wall, and the article says you were evading the police. Is the article lying about you?
I don't remember police. I was drunk. And I was going so fast there was no police behind me. The police might have got there after like was crashed. I don't know.
It says in the article. Is it right if I just read the article out to you, just to
Sure.
So it says here, drunk driver causes mayhem on Willie Street. That's a good title. A drunk driver fleeing police crashed into an apartment bakery building. That's what it says here. It says you were fleeing the police.
Now, Christopher, if you can recall, it says there was a crash actually before the bakery. It says there were 2 crashes in the article. It says the first crash was a hit and run, and then that's when you proceeded to evade the police, and then the second crash came about 20 blocks.
See, I don't remember any of this, but I was told.
Yep.
Okay, so they told me about that. They said when I was leaving the bar, dance floor, place, whatever, I think I crashed into a car.
Yep.
And maybe that person called the police, like they saw me hit their car, and then maybe the cops were looking for me, but I didn't. I wasn't. There was no.
Maybe that was it. Well,
Okay,
you weren't
so-
charged, were you?
I was charged with some stuff, yeah, but
So at the end of the day, you were drunk. You made a mistake. That's that. You know.
it was It was 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But you told us it all worked out in the end. Like the bakery, they thanked you for it, right?
Oh yeah. I became good friends with when the court trials were going on and stuff, and the bakery they won a whole new bakery, so they got all new equipment, and they were very happy that nobody got hurt. It was 1-2 in the morning, nobody got hurt, and their old bakery got a brand new bakery based on my insurance. So
Wow.
I mean,
so
that's
it all worked
You're
out
the hero.
in the end. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Would you say a garlic drone was watching over you?
no, crazy
Perhaps
Dave
a garlic
watching
neutral?
over me.
Crazy Dave.
Hey,
You've
remember
been compared to Crazy Dave.
God mode in Garden Warfare 1?
Boss mode, yeah, that's a good reference.
Boss mode, yeah, boss mode.
Oh. Well, moving on to the next question. What do you currently work as? What's your occupation?
Natalia's father.
Full-time father.
Yeah, I'm daddy. I took her to school this morning, and I was really busy with her, and sorry I was late. But yeah, like today, I was ready for 10 a.m. and she woke up at 2 a.m. this morning and wanted. She's like obsessed with this game on her Nintendo Switch, Wobble Dogs, and she's obsessed with Wobble Dogs, and she didn't want to sleep. She wanted me to help her get this special character to unlock, and she couldn't sleep because she was just kept thinking, I gotta get this purple and gold dog that she was dying to get. So I had to help her get her special dog at 2 in the frickin' morning. I got no sleep last night, and then today I brought her to school. Then I had to go to the store, and then now I was half hour late for your podcast, and so I apologize again. But
No, you're fine.
No, that's quite all right.
It's completely fine. We're happy to have you on.
So from 2 a.m. to 10:30, it's like 8.5 hours. How long's the job? Like I spent 8.5 hours today with my daughter, so or working. That's my life. It's my little girl.
Yeah, so you
well,
say you're
that's-
currently
well, that's nice.
a millionaire, right? You currently have a place in your parents' basement, and you're pretty well off, right?
Okay, again, more slander. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a place in my parents' basement. At 18 years old, I moved out.
Yep. But you currently live with your parents, right? You live with
Will
them.
you let me fucking talk?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You slander my name. You don't know what you're talking about, and then you interject. I'm like the black sheep of the family. I left. I was never coming back, and things, happen in life that are unexpected. And
Of course, yeah.
Part of it for me was the car accident, and part of it for me is having a son, Caden, in Michigan that I never see. It's like things happen in life, and I don't want to say all the reason. I don't want to talk specifics of my deep specifics of why
Right.
I'm living with my parents, but I moved out at 18. And I was self-sufficient for 21 years, and I made a lot of money. And at 39, it was best for the easiest reason that I can say on this podcast is school system.
So would you say you're self-sufficient?
Yes, I've always been self-sufficient.
Oh, I thought when you said 21 years,
I
I thought you meant up till now. My bad, I misconstrued it.
No, I got to a point where Natalia had to go to kindergarten, and I was thinking, or preschool, and I was thinking about kindergarten, and my wife Crystal and I were thinking she could go into these schools, or she can go to a better school, and I grew up in this fairy tale, mansion this is where I grew up, and I remember the way I was raised and what I grew up with. And I wanted my daughter that at 14, my school took me to Paris, and I spent a month in France. And then the family in France came to my house and for a month. My schooling was very prim and proper, and it's because of money. Money makes the world go round. And I wanted my daughter to have the best for her life, and that's the main reason why I came back here is for school system. And like she could, like, I didn't want her going to school where I grew up, or not where I grew up, but where I was living with Crystal.
Right.
You know, it'd be very
because you care about your daughter.
Yeah.
You want the best for her.
And think, if you guys want to make a joke and laugh, I didn't want her with all the storm campers. I wanted her with a very white school.
Wait,
No, I
so
mean,
you didn't want your daughter to meet black people? Wait, what?
No, I think what he's trying to say is,
I didn't want her to meet poor people that were into doing...
I can't defend that.
I didn't want her meeting poor people that do shady things to make money.
Right.
And that's not the kids, that's their parents teaching them the hustle, and to be the side hustle of drugs. And
right.
And, like, I didn't want her in that. Like, not all poor people, but... There's a lot of poor people. You do what you have to do to survive. And I didn't want my daughter exposed to people doing what they have to do to survive. That's shady. Detronium! No. Again, more, you don't know what you're talking about. I didn't have time. As a pro athlete, I dated a supermodel, that she was German. And I fell in love with her. She was really into some crazy shit. Like,
and that's your wife right now, correct?
No.
She was into some crazy shit, like modeling,
No, she was into bondage, and she taught me about whips and
handcuffs.
So you were tied up and whipped.
So you were tied up and whipped like a dog.
Were you into pegging, BabyLove?
No, I never got pegged. She was into being spanked and tied up, and she wanted me leaving marks on her. She liked blindfolds and handcuffs and whips for her. She was weird, but like, you know how like every supermodel has an eating disorder? Her eating disorder wasn't her fault.
Well, I mean, you said she was only like what, 14? So she's not gonna like be fully developed yet, right?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You said you dated a German supermodel, and you said that you would date them at like 15 to 14.
Oh my god, that's not what I'm talking about. She was in her 20s and I was in my 20s. And
okay.
She's from America, living in America, but she's German. She's like 100% German, and she's living in America. Like, America's the melting pot of all melting pots. Just because she's German, like, she doesn't mean she's Morty living in Germany and she's a fucking Nazi. Definitely a European camper that goes for high kills, doesn't care about the objectives.
Sure.
But sometimes
Standard
you
Europeans.
don't care about the objective. I mean, we've played, and sometimes, you flip-flop on objective or kills, remember?
When I'm different when I play with you guys. It's always just like, it's always us making fun of each other. And it's more fun. When I play with you because you two don't care really about the objective, and it's like we're just having fun. So like when I play with you two, it definitely brings out a different side of me.
Yeah, for sure.
So, moving back to your household, everyone there is financially stable, right? You're able to cover your grandparents, your wife, everything. Nobody has to work there because you're so financially stable, correct?
My grandparents don't live here, and actually, it's crazy. I had all four of my grandparents my whole life. My first girlfriend at 17, Nicole.
Did you just die?
3 of them passed away. I only have one more grandparent left.
I come from a poor background, my friend.
Okay.
I come from a poor background.
Well,
and I'd like to let you know, BabyLove, that I don't sell drugs. I don't do any of that.
Hold on. I did say not all, but there's some do what they have to do, but it's not all.
Well, but you're generalizing. You're generalizing simply
it's fair
on.
To generalize, to be
it's
fair,
not fair.
Professor.
Ben, are you seriously fucking defending this racist piece of shit? You're literally defending a racist.
Whoa. Okay, just
Ben,
to,
shut
just
up.
to
Let
give you.
them have the debate, Ben. Let them talk it out.
Okay,
calling me a worthless piece of shit is not a debate. That's just.
I mean, to be fair, I called you disgusting because you are a pedophile. And we can debate all this all day, but you're looking pretty shit right now, my guy. And also, you literally basically said that you sent your daughter to a white school because you don't like other races. as somebody who's mixed with,
I did not say
you
that.
basically fucking did. You're such an idiot.
I was talking about wealth, not race.
Well, I mean, that still makes you a piece of shit, because you're basically just saying that you're privileged, and you want your daughter to be as privileged as you are.
Yes, I do.
So, well, that just makes you look like a piece of shit.
Being a storm camper, BabyLove.
Professor took money as race. That's a you issue, Professor. Sorry.
You specified white. You specified white. You're a fucking idiot. We have video evidence to prove this. You're so stupid. Oh my god. How do you sleep at night?
Oh, I don't know, Professor. I don't know.
You're just deflecting now. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh. Disgusting. Anyway.
Real quick.
I think...
real quick, I just one more question. About the pedophilia thing. Can we just go back to that? Because that's a big fucking statement. You think he's a pedophile?
Yes. Bro, you can see this in the video. You can see this in the video. This guy literally said that nowadays he wouldn't report Ben to the police if he at 21 was dating a 14-year-old. What kind of human being condones this?
I said if she's from Belgium and her parents are fine with it, it's legal. Everything, the whole thing's legal in Belgium.
And you said, and I quote this: if it was in Pennsylvania, he'd get arrested, but I wouldn't report him to the police. Are you fucking condoning him? Are you mad?
I said if her parents are fine with it, and she's fine with it, and it's legal in where they're from.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't fucking matter. That's literally called condoning pedophilia, basically.
No, it's not. Different countries don't. The U.S. is not the same. The whole world feels differently than the U.S.
Yeah, because the whole world is fucking primitive.
No, the U.S. is primitive. It's odd. Oh my god. Do you realize what the word primitive means?
I'm aware of what the word fucking primitive means. Unlike you, I have a fucking functioning brain.
What does it mean?
It means to be backwards.
What?
As if we're in the fucking Stone Age.
It does mean Stone Age, yeah. It's Stone Age.
You're very intelligent, Professor.
Yes, clearly more intelligent than you, because I know the difference between right and fucking wrong. You piece of shit.
Right and wrong that's your opinion. The whole world.
Right and wrong when it comes to dating a 14-year-old at like 20-something is a matter of law.
No, that's U.S. law. You're saying the whole world is wrong and the U.S. is right.
I'm not saying the U.S. is necessarily right. I'm saying that it's more right than a 14-year-old dating a fucking like 90-year-old man.
We were talking about Ben at 21, but
well, I know that. I'm saying I was giving a call back to what you said, because you said a 90-year-old man.
And you're taking the side of the USA, and I'm saying the whole world isn't wrong. And
because it makes more sense.
No, it doesn't. That's your opinion. When you say something
just because a woman hits puberty does not automatically mean she's ready to get fucked. That's not how it works.
Because it's not. That law is not when they hit puberty. The law is 14, 15, or 16 in every country in the entire world. Do you realize there's over 8 billion people in the world? Do you realize there's only 300-something million in the USA? So
I'm aware of how many people there are in this world.
What percentage of the people are in the USA? And the only laws apply to the USA. Every country, Canada, right above us, was it 16? Right below us in Mexico, was it 16? Every country, 16, 15, or 14 in the entire world. The USA is the only country in the entire world, and you're telling me it makes sense. That's your opinion.
And you think it's correct to fuck a sub-adult girl.
I'm talking
a sub-adult girl.
All right, Ben. What's your opinion on it? I want to hear a different opinion on this.
I'm speaking facts about the whole world.
Yeah, facts according to you, you fucking trog.
No,
Ben, what's your opinion?
I'm talking. The legal age of consent is 16 in Canada. That's a fact. The legal age of consent is 14 in Belgium. That's a fact. Your opinion that the U.S. laws make sense. That's an opinion. I'm just telling you the facts.
Okay, Christopher, why do you agree with Germany's age. Do you agree with Germany's age of consent more than you do the U.S., or would you like to touch up on that?
I think this professor is
This is
had
about him. It's not about Professor. It's about you.
Had an ulterior motive for me coming on, eh? And he held it back for the end.
Yeah, I don't fucking know you. I don't know who you are. I didn't know who you were before this. But you know what's funny? Now I'm glad I didn't, because you're a piece of shit.
Because I agree that the world...
Because you are weird, my guy. You are weird. You are strange.
I am weird.
So,
yes, you are.
So, Christopher, what age of consent do you agree with more? Do you agree with Germany's or the U.S.? And why do you think it's wrong or right?
Like, in my mind, it's like I grew up my whole life with 18. So that's like what's ingrained in my body.
Sure.
But for the professor to be so, like, has no way to
Professor
follow...
has never felt the touch of a woman.
I don't think Professor has experienced the world and seen other countries.
Ben, shut the fuck up! Don't stoop to him! Don't stoop to this fucking piece of shit! This guy literally... This guy agrees with the legal age of consent of 14? Are you stupid?
He's touching up on this. Professor, don't interrupt him.
Ben, do you think I'm a piece of shit?
I think, real quick, Professor, just to
Ben,
not
Jack, not Professor, Ben. Ben, do you think I'm a piece of shit like Professor said?
No, not at all, Christopher. Absolutely not.
So Ben. If Ben doesn't think I'm a piece of shit, Jack, do you think I'm a piece of shit?
I think you can be a piece of shit.
When? Why?
When you said to the storm camper, yeah, I thought that was a bit of a shitty thing to say.
Yeah.
But at the same time, no, let me finish. Please let me finish. But sometimes, you know, we've had moments when we've played Plants vs Zombies and we've had a good time. As far as what I'm hearing, I think, you know, the whole thing about you being skeptical about sending your daughter to like...
What's the age of consent where you live? In
16.
So you would understand that 18 is the only place in the world. So don't you think though the abnormal one place that's different is not the correct? And he only says it makes sense is because he lives here and he's grown up in that culture.
Here's what I think. Well, okay, let me quickly say what I think.
And that's
so
Jack.
if there's two 16-year-olds and they're having sex with each other, that is fine. They're both 16. But if there's, let's say, a 16-year-old and a 25-year-old, I think it's a bit fucking weird. I wouldn't really... That'd make me uncomfortable personally. So if Ben was dating a 14-year-old, currently...
He's not 25, he's 21.
Yeah, if he's 21 and he's dating a 14-year-old...
No, we'll go to 16. We'll go to 16 because that's what's legal in your country.
I think it's a bit weird. I'd be like, Ben, I think you're...
That's only 5 years.
Yeah, but, you know, his brain's almost fully developed, whereas
hers isn't.
Yeah. That's where I'd kind of take an issue with it. I wouldn't call... it's not illegal, but I personally would think it's a little bit weird. We're not talking about a legal standpoint. We're talking about, like, from... You know, kind of a moral standpoint, right? But that's my opinion.
So Christopher, if you
exactly, Jack, I like you, Jack. Jack just said everything in his opinion and admitted it was an opinion. Professor will say everything in his opinion and then say you're a piece of shit. Mine makes sense.
But that is his opinion.
In your mind, but his exactly, and just because in his mind it makes sense doesn't make me a piece of shit, and that he's correct.
My guy, we have video of evidence of what you think, and oh my god, you look like you by the end of this day, I swear on my life, my guy, nobody will fuck with you. Nobody's gonna fuck with you after this video, my guy. Nobody will. Because you are terrible. You are terrible.
Very cool.
So, Christopher, if you were born in Germany, would you follow the rules of the U.S. when it comes to age of consent?
If I was born in Germany, I'd be my whole way of thinking would be different.
But if you were born in Germany and you moved from Germany to the U.S., would you follow the age of consent in the U.S.?
I'll just tell you this. I'm glad I moved in with my parents, so my daughter won't go to school with anybody like Josh or Jash or whatever the fuck your name is.
What? Was somebody with actual fucking moral compass and somebody who's not a privileged fucking cracker?
Who are you voting for?
Whoa!
Who are you voting for?
Whoa! Okay.
That better make the podcast.
Okay, Professor, this is the pot calling the kettle black here. You just called Christopher, a racial slur. Would you like to touch up on that? I'm going to keep it 100%.
You know what's funny? I wouldn't normally say that shit, but you know what's funny? I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so if they only deserve it, then it's okay to say it.
Dude, the story
because you're subhuman. Oh yeah, just like that guy in Storm, right? Yeah.
Alright, so
I'm not gonna. It was. It may have been a bad move on my. It wasn't a bad. It was a bad move on my part. But you know what's funny? I'm pissed off right now because I had to sit here. I had to sit here with a fucking racist pedophile for the whole hour. So you know, I had to waste my time.
Professor was looking at me.
Yeah, he'll laugh until he gets made fun of, and then he'll start crying. Okay. He'll start crying, bro. I'm telling you.
Definitely tougher than you, kid.
Yeah, then why were you Then why was you fucking yelling at me earlier? How you were crying, bro? You were scared. You were scared because I was actually making fucking sense.
I never cried. What? Is that? Do you have that on video? Me crying? Because you just make shit up.
Oh my god, bro! You're such a
let's change the
terrible
subject.
human being.
Let's move on. What's your favorite Mario game?
Paper Mario is up there. Mario RPG.
That's a pretty base take.
Have you played the new remake of Mario RPG?
No, but I'm old. I played the old games. Mario RPG and Paper Mario were my favorite.
So if we were in a room right now and we sat down with a bunch of microphones in front of our face and we were just on a couch,
I think Josh would pull a gun and shoot me.
No, not really, because I don't resort to violence. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm chilling.
You just resort to name calling.
BabyLove, what do you think of guns being legal? Do you think guns should be legal or illegal?
Oh, hell yeah. So my question to Josh was, who's your family voting for in the presidential election?
I don't fucking know. I don't associate myself with political stuff unless I have to.
Who do your parents vote for last election?
I wouldn't know.
Win? Oh, yeah,
I would not know.
Now he's lying.
I also don't know. I don't fucking know. Because I don't care.
That your intelligence is beaming. Your intelligence is beaming. You don't care about politics, okay.
Well, because politics is a game of complete corruption.
Okay.
Yeah.
BabyLove, would you ever run for president? Or?
No, because I would never win.
But if you could win, let's say... Okay, let's say if you could be president...
In that hypothetical world that will never exist, yeah,
okay, let's say Ben could corrupt the Senate and make you president. Would you do it?
Oh, hell yeah.
And what laws would you enforce? Tell me some laws you'd enforce. BabyLove, tell me some... How would you make the world a better place? What would you do?
Well, first of all, illegal immigrants wouldn't become... from Mexico, the pregnant mom will come over the border, and then they'll have a baby. They'll get deported for being illegal, and that illegal kid is now an American citizen. That's not okay.
But it's a baby. I mean, to be fair, it's a child. It's got no agenda. It doesn't know anything, right? Like, just because it was born from a Mexican.
And their mom can take care of it in wherever they're from. Anyway, the big thing right now is the transgender, the fake men in women's sports.
Yep.
That's gotta go.
So, real quick, so you think Mexican women coming into our spawn?
Any illegal immigrant, the most common one is the people coming up the border from Mexico.
Okay, so you think Mexican women are coming into our spawn and leaving campers behind?
No, because storm campers aren't Mexican, they're Josh.
Oh my.
Okay, so, Christopher, what I want to ask back to the transgender thing is, you don't think it would be okay for a 40-year-old man with a pink dress and a wig to be in the same locker room with, say, your daughter?
Exactly.
Right, okay.
Josh, the Leah Thomas, who's William Thomas, changing in front of Riley Gaines with his penis. If I won the NCAA swimming championship with a penis, won the women's championship and changed in front of the women with a penis, that's how are the Democrats thinking that's okay? Like,
Professor, how do you feel about that?
I don't really have an opinion on that. I don't care.
Yeah. Why would he care about something that's very important in today's modern society?
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like that's pretty important to touch up on. I feel like we should all.
To be fair, it's like I don't really care about sports. It's like I think it's kind of dumb, but it's like I'm not gonna.
Do you have a sister? Do you have a sister? Do you want a guy with a penis changing in front of your sister? Like, it's ridiculous.
I have a little sister, yes,
Yeah.
but I'm aware of what will happen, and that's not my call to make. That's not my decision to make what she
You
does.
you don't have an opinion on if a dude changes in front of your sister in a locker room?
But why would?
Does, though. It's not what she does. If a man who identifies as a woman comes in the same locker room as her, wouldn't that make you feel uncomfortable?
That would be strange, yes, but it's not like I can control anything that happens there. I cannot control.
How is he okay with this?
Yeah.
I cannot. How?
I knew he was a liberal. I'm not
a fucking liberal.
Your family's on food stamps, and I get it. Oh my god.
No, actually, the funny thing is, my father is pretty fucking well off.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking well off. My dad is pretty well off, so I'm chilling.
Sounds like it. And you're taking the liberal stance of it's okay to have a penis in a female locker.
Also,
oh my God.
By the way, I never said it was okay. It's just that I just said that I cannot control what happens. It's not as if I'm gonna fucking barge into the locker room and take the fucker out.
They're asking you.
I'm not gonna do that.
We're debating. What's your stance and opinion? We're not talking about taking the fucker out.
I would just make a separate locker room for trans people. It's that simple. It's that should they should not be.
They shouldn't be dominating that sport.
But the thing is with trans people is they think that they're the opposite gender, so they're not going to go into the transgender bathroom.
I mean there are trans bathrooms for a reason, so it's not as if it's not cut and fucking dry, you know.
Oh my God.
I've never heard of that. But
I'm pretty sure there are gender neutral bathrooms that exist.
The disabled toilets.
So Ben's a weightlifter. He's pretty strong. And if he goes and competes against women, he's going to be able to outlift the majority of women.
Because that's just biology.
But if he pretends he's a woman and then dominates that field, how is that okay?
That's not fair. I'm not saying it's not okay. I'm not saying it's okay, I mean, fucker.
You are! You're saying you just give him a different locker room. You didn't say don't let them take him out of the sport. You said just give him
We were talking about fucking locker rooms, you idiot!
They shouldn't be playing in the sport!
Oh my God.
Ben knows what I'm saying.
I'm aware of the biology of the fucking situation.
Ben, did he say get them out of the sport or just give them their own locker room?
Well, I mean,
we were talking about fucking locker rooms, you dumbass.
I addressed Ben.
Well, Chris, I think we're going kind of like back and forth to two conversations here. One is the locker room argument, and one is like actually competing in sports. As for like just like SA, I don't think it's good to be able to go into an opposite gender's locker room and unchain. You know what I mean? But when it comes to sports, yeah, that's a complete unfair competitive advantage.
It's not fair. I agree.
It's like, say modding in a children's game.
Half of the PvZ the PC community, the whole PC community.
Let's get back into PvZ. Who are your favorite PvZ content creators?
I don't have any.
Me, myself, and I would have expected that. I mean, honestly, Christopher, do you think you're the last good PvZ YouTuber?
I think I'm the only one that's not a fucking politically correct metrosexual pussy that would stick up for a guy like Josh.
So, Zach Scott is he's a political correct metrosexual pussy?
Every game he plays, it caters to fucking 8-year-olds.
Okay.
I'm talking about pedophile.
What would you like the people who watch this podcast to know?
I'm never gonna change. I am me. And if you don't like me, like Josh, that's fine. Like I don't doesn't make me cry about it. Like Josh, like I made you cry. Like, well, where's the evidence of that one? Like that's not true. I'm stronger than you guys. Where Josh called me a slur, a cuss word, and derogatory term because he got mad at me. When I get mad at Josh,
you called me a fucking storm camper, right? Yeah, like what you said in that video, right? Yeah.
I called you a storm camper. I didn't call you the word.
All right, let's wrap it up.
It doesn't matter. All right. Anyway,
it does matter, obviously.
I mean, you basically called me it inadvertently.
Inadvertently? You don't understand the English language.
I do understand the English language. It's probably better than you do.
I do have one last question. This is a PvZ question. Christopher, you are very against Amos, correct?
Yeah, everyone
Have you secretly been using heavy aim assist all these years?
No, I've never had aim assist on in any game. I never turned on aim assist in any game. If a game has it on automatically and I don't know about it,
you'll uninstall the game, right? You'll quit it.
No, it's just I might have used it in some random games I didn't know about. But like PvZ, I've had it off on every platform my whole life, and I've never used it. But the thing is, most people. Like, you do so much better if you had aim assist. You're a controller. It's not fair playing against mouse and keyboard kids, blah, blah, blah. And I'm playing on PC against mouse and keyboard and no aim assist. And that's just who I am.
Alright, anyway, this was the Takeout Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you for whatever the next episode may be.
If you'd like to check out BabyLove, his link will be in the description. Yeah.
Thank you,
Professor has to go take his meds. Christopher, it was...
Does he really take meds? Are you joking?
I don't actually take meds,
No, Professor's a legal schizophrenic. He also has cardiac arrhythmia.
Not at all. Ben, you have known me for like a grand... Ben, you're a fucking idiot. Ben, you're a fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Ben, how dumb are you?
Alright, we'll call it that. Alright, BabyLove, thank you.
At least he has a BBC, right?
Okay. BabyLove, thanks very much for coming on. We do appreciate that. I think you were very well spoken, more well spoken than I remember from what was 3 years ago.
Christopher.
Yes,
from man to man, it's been a pleasure. It was great catching up with you, buddy.
Let's go! Let's go! I got the victory umbrella.
Oh! You fucking pea shooter, get out of my way!
Oh, fuck me, Daddy. I got this little girl eating me.
He doesn't! What the fuck? There's a video! He doesn't use aim assist. You're a fucking idiot! Here, let's get the proof.
I killed him. I got stream sniped by this Nick.